Hello everyone, welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. My name is Sandra. Welcome in everyone. Come on in. We're going to talk about the Ching hexagram for the week. And today is June 5th. And if you watched my Feng Shui Friday video last Friday, you would know that we had picked the I Ching Hexagram 9, small restraint. And today I'm going to just go through a full translation of what it means. I kind of read a little bit about what the card indicates on Friday. Small restraint. Nothing is happening and the result is frustration. You have all the pieces, but nothing seems to fit. You are being restrained for your own good. If you force things, it will end in failure, okay? So that was the message. So let's learn more about what that means when we look into the Book of Changes and the Unchanging Truth, the translation for that Hexagram 9, okay? So the guidance indicates small accumulation, okay? Small accumulation, proceed. This is like thick clouds that have gathered in the sky, but there is not yet any rain, okay? Beautiful day here, so it just means that there is a little bit of a delay, maybe a little bit of a setback, okay? So in this hexagram, wind is above heaven. So we have one yin line holds 5 yang lines together. The literal Chinese translation means the small herd of cattle, a small gathering, or a small accumulation. So the image of the wind blowing through the sky suggests clouds that are accumulating. Thus, this hexagram indicates a time to prepare for a large enterprise. So it sounds to me like something big may be coming into your life. This time is also beneficial for planning and exchanging ideas with others, removing psychological obstacles, and smoothing any rough edges before initiating the work. So moving into anything else, sometimes, as I explained on Friday, we are put in like a hangman position where we have kind of a time out, right? So that we can remove any obstacles that are within our mind, our body, mind, body, and spirit, and smoothing any rough edges before we start new projects, okay? And with this full moon in Sagittarius, that is a time also of releasing and removing all that no longer serves us so that we can allow the new to come in. So because the 4th line is in the yin position next to the 5th line, which is the leader, its duties are those of an assistant or a minister. Since the yin line is the only one among all the yang lines, it represents a minister with a high level of responsibility. Thus, its energy is concentrated on a special assignment for the leader. Guiding a small group of people in this special work is appropriate for the 4th line, but being overly ambitious and usurping power will create problems, just like with anything in life. We need to move forward into these higher energies of being a leader humbly, okay? Not abusing our power in any way, shape, or form. This hexagram also implies that the demands of the time may be far greater than resources available. Therefore, caution is exercised. In its negative aspect, this hexagram represents a wife who degrades her husband or a servant who tries to control his master. However, in a positive sense, small undertakings can be accomplished, which can later lead to larger events. All right, so it just means that, you know, you want to be in, let's just say, cooperation with a team and not trying to, usurp power when it's not feasible. And we can even equate this to a family as well. If you are, a mother or a husband, father, wife, and as it mentioned, we want to work together in alignment for a mission, a goal, a mutual benefit, with nobody having one power over the other one, okay? And where the roles were like that way back, in the 50s and before, that is not the energy that we are in today as we move forward in life. As we move forward into this new age of Aquarius, it's about cooperation, teamwork, working as a team together. Nobody overpowering the other person or the family or any type of a group experience, so that there can be cohesive relations as you're moving forward into whatever project it is, or just plain and simple, creating a household and running a household. So that is the message of this week. I am going to just take it one step further, okay? And I have read from this book before, the I Ching by Carol Anthony. Is it Carol Anthony? And Hannah Moog. The Oracle of the Cosmic Way, if you are interested, okay? And the taming power of the small is Hexagram 9 in this book. Success through the small accumulation. All right, so it says here that the sage focuses on how people, animals, plants, and other aspects of nature are tamed and trained through small means. So here, more specifically, it refers to how people are brought under the control of a collective ego through getting them to unquestionably follow rules that bind them to its structure. Small refers to the rewards used in this training. Good behavior, which earns the rewards given, is the term used to define conformity in the rules. But here we're not talking about conformity. We're talking about everything that exists has consciousness and dignity and has an individuality. So dense clouds is an image of the result of the conditioning process by which cosmic virtues are appropriated by the collective ego, then turned into abstract virtues, which cloud or obscure the light that would otherwise come from the person's true nature and virtue. Exactly. So we tend to align ourselves with groups when that just clouds or obscures the light that would have otherwise come from our true nature. So we always have to be walking in our own individuality as people and not trying to conform or copy or try to, take away that individuality factor, which is our true essence of our soul that wants to shine through and light up your life. So I think, when I read this and I've contemplated it over the years, it was like, if I was going through a challenging time and trying to conform to some kind of a uniform being of people, places, or things, and I was struggling, and I didn't feel like I was in the flow, and unhappy, maybe, that's the first thing that comes up, anger, I'm unhappy, that kind of thing. That is when you must pay attention to your true nature and your soul essence of what is wanting, what is it that it wants to shine through you that is not being shined, you're not allowing to come forward and shine through in your life. That's the first question to ask yourself, is what I can do to really step into my individuality, my essence, and still be a part of this collective oneness, this consciousness, and still be shining my light through to the collective, okay? So, so oftentimes when we're going through this, there's a lot to this, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. So entry onto this path often begins with the gift of love to two people. It comes as cosmic intervention in their lives to reveal to them their lost true selves, which have become strangers within. Love, which is given only to their true selves, provides them with the opportunity to recognize and validate each other's true self as the rightful leader of their personalities. So the gift also gives them an opportunity to recognize the presence of the invisible helpers in their life. So returning to the path of the individual comes from a gift of love between two people, right? Whenever we're in relationship with another person, it's about giving love, giving unconditional love, that we find who we truly are inside. Is when we give love to others, we are loving ourselves at the same time. And it's a two-way street. So whatever we put out there into the universe is exactly what is returned to us. So remember that on your path for this week, okay? And I'm just going to leave it at that, plain and simple. I'm not going to make it too long today. That is the message for the week, and I hope everybody puts all of their Feng Shui cures in place. I've been working on mine. For tomorrow is the change into the month of the Yang Earth Horse. So new energies coming in, and I will see everybody next Friday when we will have another Feng Shui Friday and also a new hexagram for the week. All right. Until we meet again, I wish everyone a wonderful week ahead. Namaste.